off. Take it up. I wore a smile like armor plate, polished bright to hide the weight, laughing loud in crowded rooms, silence in the inner fumes. Play the role they handed me, strong enough externally, never let the cracks be seen. Kept it calm, kept it clean. Every compliment I stole, like proof I could afford to keep pretending I'm okay. Another flawless day, but the mask is tired of being admired, of never misfired, of always inspired. Underneath the practice grin, there's a quieter skin, not dramatic, not extreme, just softer than it seemed. What if strength is letting show where the hidden rivers flow? What if courage isn't steel, but allowing what I feel? When I let the armor fall, nothing shattered at all. No one ran, no sky collapsed, just tension slowly relaxed below. Bare piano line, heartbeat in time, no shield to raise, no stay. I finally felt alive. Yeah. Step into the light. Every time the light would shift, a darker outline starts to drift, following without a sound, stretching long across the ground. I used to think it followed me, like a flaw in identity, something hidden, something wrong, trailing everywhere too long. Try to run from what I cast, outpace echoes of the past, but the faster that I move, the longer that it grew. Shadow with no owner, closer than closer. Not a sinner, not a loner, just exposure. What if shadow's just a sign, light informing perfect line? Not a demon I must fight, just the absence of full sight. When I turn and simply face what I feared I must erase, it dissolves into the floor. Wasn't thread anymore, no division to defend, no dark side to transcend, just a shape that comes and goes as the angle slowly flows. Beat dim, low hum tone, heartbeat alone, light shift slow, let it show. Shadow without blame, no guilt, no shame, no one to tame. All the same, all the same. Shadow without blame, no guilt, no shame, no one to tame. All the same, all the same. When I stop the war inside, light and shadow unify.
held on like falling upward, clutching air that never answered. White knuckles on a rope of smoke, promises I never broke. Tried to fight the natural pull, acting strong, pretending full. Every loss I called a war, every closed and locked door. Built my muscles out of fear, said control would keep me here. But the tighter that I squeezed, the less my heart found ease. There's a gravity in letting go, deeper than I used to know. When I stop resisting flow, I don't fall, I float below. My float below. My float below. Like a leaf that trusts the stream, doesn't need to chase a dream, doesn't argue with the bend of the river's quiet end. What if falling isn't down? What if it's removing crown? Dropping titles, dropping claims, stepping out the endless game. When I loosen from the fight, something opens wide and light. Not defeated, not erased, just unbraced. Beat drift, soft subtone, heartbeat alone. No grip to show, just let go. Gravity pulls me through, nothing left to prove. No win, no lose, just true. Bam, 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 my life, my float below. Bam, my life, down, life, my float below. When the struggle flowed, peace overflow.
Yeah. Log out.
Built a profile in my mind, curated what they'd find, filtered out the doubt and scars, posted dreams like shooting stars, counted likes in every room, measured worth by silent gloom, highlighted the better days, archived all the hidden haze, compared my life to every feed, scrolled through envy, scrolled through need, chasing validation signs, refreshing fragile timelines. I'm unfollowing myself, putting ego on the shelf. No highlight reel for health, just being nothing else. Deleted drafts of who to be, cleared the cache of me versus me, muted voices in the thread, all the things I never said. Yeah, no more branding every move, no persona left to prove. If no one's watching, who am I? Just breathe beneath the sky when I log out of the role. Something deeper takes control, not control like I command, more like open empty hand. Beat glitch fade, soft white noise, heartbeat poise, no screen to view, just true. Unfollow the illusion in the self-confusion. No more self-conclusion, just silent fusion. No image to pretend.
Yeah. Listen closer.
chest. After one beat takes a rest, before the next one starts to rise, there's a gap no one describes. Not dramatic, not extreme, quieter than any dream. Still as dust in morning light, soft as edges of the night. I was chasing every sound, every high and every down. Never noticed in between there's a space untouched, unseen. Between the heartbeats, no defeat, no retreat, just complete. Between the heartbeats, no defeat, no retreat, just complete. Fear can knock and anger shout, joy can spin the world about. But inside that tiny scene, nothing tears and nothing leaves. If I rest inside that pause, free from story, free from cause, there's no me to hold the line, no dividing sign, not a lesson to achieve, not a thing I must believe, just a rhythm clear and sweet. Between the beats, beat drop, single kick, then silence thick. Breathe slowly, no lead. Between each rise and fall, there was no wall, no self at all. Just all, just all. Between each rise and fall, there was no wall, no self at all. Just all. If I live inside that scene, life feels lighter than it seems.
Yeah, feel the heat. There's a fire in my chest, not the kind that leaves a mess, not the raise that breaks the glass, not the spark that fades too fast. It don't scream, it doesn't shout, doesn't beg to be let out, just a steady glowing cold at the center of the soul. I tried to name it as desire, tried to frame it as ambition's fire, but it wasn't chasing fame, didn't care about a name. It's a fire that doesn't burn, doesn't take, doesn't earn. Every time I stop and turn, it's the flame that doesn't burn. When the world is loud and cold, when the future won't unfold, when the plans fall out of line, still that quiet heat is mine. Not consuming what I love, not demanding more above, just illuminating sight, soft and steady light. If I sit and let it be, no agenda, no decree, it expands without a fight, turning dark to sight. Beat warm, low hum glow, heartbeat slow, no smoke to rise, just open skies. Fire without flame, no fuel, no claim, always the same, uncontained. When everything returns to dust, Yeah. No ticking. Yeah. Yeah. I used to live by number lines, dead nines carved in fragile signs. Running fast but standing still, climbing up a paper hill. Morning chasing, evenings tell, future story set to fail. Always one step by the place, time was something I would chase. Watch the seconds fall like rain, major joy against the pain. But the more I tried to race, the more I lost the space. Clocks without hands, no demands, no shifting sands, just open lands. Yeah, what if time is just a frame? Mind repeating the same game, past and future drawn in ink, while the present doesn't blink. If I drop the counting now, loosen every winning high. There's no hurry in the air, just the stillness everywhere. Not behind and not ahead, no unfinished thread, just this breath without a plan, unfolding as it can. Blocks, beat fade, it's off Jones home, heartbeat alone, no tick, no chime, no time. Blocks without a fade, no rush to change, no second place, just space. When the ticking disappeared, what was here was always here. Yeah, no ticking. Yeah, step inside. Yeah, I built a room inside my head, furnished it with things I said, hung my fears on every side, locked the door and stayed inside. Windows shaped like old beliefs, curtains made of past reliefs, every thought a picture frame, signed and dated with my name. Called it me and settled in, guarded thick imaginary skin. Didn't know the silent cost of defending what I lost. But this room has no walls, no ceiling when it falls. Every boundary dissolves when the echo calls. If I look a little close, where's the edge I fear the most? Where's the line that marks the end of the self I must defend? Thoughts appear like passing light, shadows shifting left to right, but the space they're moving through was never owned by who. When the structure starts to thin, wind is slowly entering, not to break in, not to harm, just to show the open calm. Beat hollow, soft air tone, heartbeat alone, no door to close, just open floor. Room without a frame, no center to claim. brighter than the night. Yeah. Thin light. I wore a paper moon that night, silver cut from borrowed light. Told the dark it came from me. Claimed a glow I couldn't be. Yeah. It painted phases on my face, smiled in half and hidden graceful when praise was falling down. Gone when silence came around. Hung my worth on fragile string. Let opinions pull the swing. Every whisper changed my shape, torn by every little scrape. Paper moon identity, shining on dependency. If the sun won't look at me, do I fade completely? Yeah, yeah. Clouds of doubt would pass me through, punching holes in what I knew when the judgment sharp and fast, testing how long I would last. Then I saw the quiet sky, not asking moon to justify. Light was never owned or lost, shadow never paid a cost. If I drop and need to blow, stop performing, ebb and flow. There's a darkness soft and deep where no image has to keep. Beat dim, low shimmer tone, heartbeat alone, no stage to play, just night and day. Paper moon, let go, no need to show. In dark I grow, in dark I glow. Paper moon identity, paper moon identity, paper moon let go, paper moon let go, paper moon let go. The sky was always in my heart. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Before language, before I called it love or fear, there was a pulse already here. Before I shaped it in the sound, it was moving underground. Before the label, before the tag, before the pride I used to drag, there was a rhythm soft and clear, beating underneath the year. I learned to speak and split the flow. This is high and that is low. Cut the seamless into parts. Name the silence, name the hearts. But there's a ghost before the word, unseen, unheard. And I prefer it just occurred. Mind translates what can't be said, turns the living into dead. Symbols Martin in a line, I'm calling mystery mine. But if I stop mid-sentence now, drop the meaning, drop the how, there's a vibration, steady, slow, that no concept can control. Not a mantra, not a prayer, not a seeker standing there, just a hum that doesn't start, beating through the open heart. Beating soften, lower all tone, heartbeat alone, no phrase to defend, no message to send. Pose before the claim, before the name, before the game, still the same. When the words all fall apart, the boss was there from the start.
water clean. When the words all fall apart, the coast was there from the sky. Yeah. Before I called it love or fear, before I called it love or fear. Yeah. Yeah. Before I called it love or fear, before I called it love. Before I yeah, yeah, before I called it, before I called it, before I called it, before I called it, yeah. Before I called it love, before I called it, before I called it love, before I called it love, before I called it love, before language, yeah, before language, yeah, before language, before I called it love, yeah, before I called it love, 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 yeah, before I called it love, yeah, before I called it. Before language, before yeah, before I called it.